task code B06. Now this one is a tricky one, very much developing as we go along. Okay, now again, this is a one-take picture. Oh, should have done like off the cuff. Okay, so I just ramble and figure stuff out, and unfortunately you have to listen to it all and extract the important stuff. So, your task that you signed up for, B06 email account in Ness's messages. Extract important info from a Ness-related messages to send to a Ness. Now the doing too many of these. Reason for this is, as you can see, there's 200 messages in the inbox right now. Yeah, it's going to get even like messier as we get closer to the event, the next 3 months. So what I need from you guys who are doing this task is, now one of two things could have happened. There's people who do the standard replies. So if they've gone in before you and they've replied to the standard replies, then they should have, but it's possible they didn't, they should have labeled the stuff that's for an S. And how they labeled it is, right now it could be one of two ways. Either there's a folder on the left called an S, or they've put a star. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. This is, again, in development. So we'll finalize stuff as we try things out and realize that it doesn't work and what does work. Alright, so I know there's NS issues. Oh, in starred. It's been starred. Because I had a friend of mine go through this. So all these things that are starred in some way or another, NS has to do something with it. The reason for that is that it requires a decision, or it requires a solution that is not general knowledge information, as in not available on the website and hasn't been done before. An example is, let's see this one. Nope, that's a standard reply. Okay, so if you open something and you realize you shouldn't have opened it, you want it to be unread, maybe for me or someone else, go to More Actions, click as Mark Unread. Where is something for an S? Nope. Can't find a good one as an example. Okay, here. I actually read this one today, so this is good. Let's say you read this first. This is from a researcher in development at ITV in London. They are interested in Thrill the World TV show. Yay, good news, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is not something that you reply to. This is not something that has a standard reply. It requires a decision or a solution. It goes to an S. Now, we could just make it an S folder, but then what happens is an S goes into the email account and goes, oh my god, there's 50 messages, I can't read them all. So what would be really great is if we can figure out a way that you can sort of copy the important information, right? So researcher in development at ITV London wants to do show about Thrill the World. They want to talk to you. Here's the phone number. Here's the person's name. Awesome. That's what an S needs in order to call the person and follow up with it. Then, what also needs to be in this little structure we're going to make up is that in case I need to read the email myself, or if I need to reply to the email, I need to know what the email address is so that I can just search the messages, right? I can do a search in the search box up here for the email address, and I can find this. So maybe if we had a document where the first column is the email address that it's in reference to, possibly contain the subject as well, although oftentimes it's just general query because they write from the website, so that's not very beneficial. Alright, you decide. And then a summary of the message and any important contact information or something like that. Now, I made this template up right now based on this email. If you come up with something else, then we'll do that. Now, where do we put this? Okay, so let's say you've gone through these NS messages, so someone else has starred them, or you figured out that they're NS messages. You've put that information into this document. Where's this document? Well, it needs to be somewhere where you can access it and I can access it, so the best place is in Documents. So we click on the upper left-hand corner, Documents. I'm going to make a new one right now, and it'll be, gosh, alright, I need you guys to get back to me. Is a spreadsheet or a Word document better? I'm going to say spreadsheet because we've got columns. Okay, so along the top we have email, sender, subject, content, date that it was sent, content, important, contact info, and we'll put an other. I don't know what could go under other. Okay, so you would put this in here. This way, I don't have to get overwhelmed when I log in and see there's 50 messages. Well, I'll see 50 things here, but it's going to be like super short, right? So you're just doing bullet points of the important information, keynotes written in here, and I can just see, and then I'll need to add a column for actions to take, or when a nest read it, or when a nest did something about it. So I need to figure out how to do that part so that I actually take action on what you guys have told me about. Which means you'll need access to, right, you've been given access to this, you have access to the document, you put that stuff in. As long as you guys do this on a regular schedule and I check it on a regular schedule, I can see what needs to be looked at here. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Oh yes, the other thing. So let's say the people who are supposed to do standard messages and like sort and divide, they haven't done it yet. So you show up and there's a whole bunch of new messages. Well, you'll need to, anything that's for Ines, again, I need to figure out if we're going to do a folder for Ines or star it. I don't like the starring. Or maybe we don't need anything because you're transferring the information directly into the spreadsheet. This is a work in progress. But if you see something that's a standard reply, and the way to know if it falls under standard reply is you can just check out the standard replies here on the left hand side. So there's like DVD info, event info, etc. If you see something from someone, like here, I'm desperately trying to find the 3-minute version of the song. Okay, so that'll be standard dash thriller songs. So you can leave it unopened? Yeah, leave it unopened. So then the people who do standard replies will look at the messages that are not opened and they'll know that it's for them. Now, if you've opened a message to read it and you go, oh, this is a standard reply, so, I don't need to write back to it, so go to More Actions and click on Mark as Unread. Anything else? That's all I can think of right now. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything, and I'll probably make a new video for this once we figure out some more stuff. Cables everywhere. But let's try that out. If you have ideas, let me know. The point is, too many emails in the inbox, and S's brain goes, because there's so many other things I need to think about as well. Need an easy way so I can see what needs to be done. And here's the last part, and I need some help figuring this out. I need to get this done, or I have to figure out a way to delegate it. Someone gets it done. But dude has to get done. That's where I get stuck. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Let me know if you have questions. Email me at ines.ttw@gmail.com. Let me know how you're doing with this, or if you have proposals or new ideas, etc. Okay, bye-bye.